This film concerns a young Liberian, Xanto Davis. It is a cautionary tale of good intentions and misfortunes. Whilst Xanto was in the UK, he was befriended by two men, Andy Iliff and Curtis Haynes. They helped Xanto and are continuing to do so. Xanto now lives in Ghana since fleeing Liberia for a second time after his deportation from the United Kingdom. The footage in this film was shot by Curtis when he visited Xanto in Ghana recently. 10 years ago, Xanto was faced with a problem in his native Liberia. His tribe wanted to commit female genital mutilation on his brother's girlfriend and her baby daughter. When he attempted to stop the tribal elders, he was attacked and his life threatened. Xanto, the brother's girlfriend and the baby escaped from Liberia on false passports and landed in the UK. Xanto lives in squalor in Ghana. He has little access to money apart from what his friends Andy and Curtis send him. In this clip you can see Xanto in and around the rooms where he lives in Ghana. When Xanto, the girl and the baby landed in the UK, they acted correctly and declared themselves illegal. Xanto was separated from the other two and was given a brief interview and then detained whilst his asylum application was processed. In this next clip, Xanto explains why he fled from Liberia and how he landed up in the UK.
I came to the United Kingdom because the torture I experienced in my country, and then I couldn't stay around either near Africa, because I was scary, very scary. I was tortured, and my own people going against me because the FGM. The whole thing started like this. My brother, not from another mother, so his girlfriend came in our area to spend some time, see, and after that, the war came up in my area, so she was pregnant. See, when she was pregnant to give birth, you see they had to cut the clitoris out, which is the FGM. Yeah, so that, I opposed to it. I said, no, it can't happen because they really have a new kid, a newborn baby. How can you circumcise a new baby and Paul? So everybody went against me in the neighborhood. Yeah. My mom and my dad, after that happened, my brother's wife, girlfriend, not the wife, she and myself, we went. I took her away because they were coming back, to kill us. So when we left, the rebel came back. My own friends, some of my friends and other family members, they came to start to torture my mom. So my mom was able to get away and they killed my dad. So later when I came to the UK, my little brother, they hunting in Nigeria. They hunting and they hunt my mom, and they beat her to death. Two of them.
And did your mother suffer from FGM?
Oh yeah, because it's something like culture something, but she doesn't like it because she told me that they can't do that to the young baby because they wanted to do the cut of clitoris. So that's where the whole thing started from. You see, but from there, in that moment, they bring the house down, they kill my dad, and my mom was able to escape with my other brothers. You see, so when I was in the UK, they found my mom again and they torture her. You see, and later my brother died, and after my mom passed away. When my brother was around at that point, they were like, oh, I'm safe. They ask me questions, I explain. The passport we use, I give it to immigration that I'm a Liberian, but I just came because I run away from fear, you see. So I gave them the passport, but they said they can't believe me. But later what they did, they took my statement down, and later they took me to a hotel in West London. The hotel names Clifton. After all the refugees, all the asylum seekers, if you arrive at Heathrow Airport, they will take you there. So they took her there, and then later they gave me a lawyer.
Yeah.
And this particular lawyer never do nothing but the whole case. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes he comes, sometimes he doesn't come. You see. So that one of my biggest frustration because they never understand my case.
Xanto's asylum application failed. He went through an appeal process, but that failed also. He now had one appeal review left. He met another failed asylum seeker, Mercedes. Together they sought the services of a new solicitor who was an expert in this field. However, finding one was not easy. Such people in the UK are extremely vulnerable. Xanto and Mercedes were no exception.
Hello, this is where I live. This is my house.
They met a Cameroonian man called Frank, who sympathised with them. He helped them as much as he could and even played football with them. He told Xanto that he would find them a solicitor if he and his friend would do a small job for him. Unfortunately, this job involved an activity that the police later deemed illegal. Xanto was adamant they had committed no crime by the time of their arrest, but he and his friend went to court. They were found guilty of obtaining money by false pretences and were jailed for 8 months. Because of time already served, they left prison after only a short time. As they now had a criminal record, they were prepared for deportation back to Liberia. Xanto believes fervently that he committed no actual crime, and he was let down by his own solicitors and the police. At the time of his arrest, the Cameroonian man had conveniently disappeared, and the police did not look for him. Xanto assumed that they did not believe he even existed. In line with the Home Office and the UK Border Agency assurances that they never return failed asylum seekers to dangerous and life-threatening situations, Xanto argued that his life would be in danger if he were returned. The British authorities did not address this, and the 2 men were deported.
I can't wait to get on one of those.
When the tribe discovered that Xanto had returned to Liberia, they attacked him again. They had already killed members of his family, and he knew again that he had to get out. In desperation, Xanto contacted his British friends, Andy and Curtis, who managed to scrape enough money together to send to Xanto to enable him to flee to Ghana, where he now lives. Xanto is now a seriously ill man. Andy believes he has post-traumatic stress disorder and desperately needs assessment and treatment. There are no such facilities in Ghana. He lives in abject poverty and is in constant fear of attack. At this present time, Andy and his friend Curtis are striving to get Xanto a humanitarian visa to allow him back into the UK on a temporary basis to get the assessment and treatment he needs for his PTSD. This will not be free treatment, as these clinics are private, so the cost of assessment and treatment will be very high. Andy is also hoping that having managed to get him back to the UK, he might be able to take up Xanto's case once more to try to reverse the miscarriage of justice that he seriously believes was administered to Xanto and his friend.